Hi everybody, it's Jen Scheimer from Just Keep Crafting. I wanted to take a minute today and just show you my latest project. A girlfriend of mine is getting married. So happy for her. I'm actually a bridesmaid. How funny is that? I'm almost 50 and I'm a bridesmaid. But she's a really close friend of mine, and I did the same thing, same idea for a couple weeks ago for my girlfriend's daughter, another girlfriend's daughter who graduated high school. I took advice cards and I had everybody at the party write advice to the graduate, and it was really actually came out hilarious. Anyway, so this one is for my friend. I was at her bridal shower. I brought a basket of stuff and brought pens, and I bought cards on Etsy, and everybody had such a good time giving her advice. And I think the book came out really cute. I used Eco Park. It's called, is it going to tell me? Just Wedding. And this is actually, I'll show you what I used. It's this collection. I really like the color. She's very simple, and I actually wasn't in love with this, but the way the book came out, I really loved it. So I'll give you an example of what the card looks like, how it started. Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm digging behind me. Okay, so these were the advice cards that I was able to download. It was great. It was probably $5 to download these. It also came with an 8x10 of instructions, which was really kind of cool too. But it says, advice for the newlyweds: always blank, never blank, don't forget to blank, sometimes you have to blank, marriage is built on blank and blank, I wish you both blank, with love in the name. But I also gave them the option if they wanted to use the plain card, that was fine. But we got quite a variety of advice from single people, older people, married people, unmarried people. So it was great. So I took a Kate Spade journal. It was plain, completely plain. I just want to make sure you can see the whole thing as I flip through. And it just said I do on it, which I could have been simple. I could have left it alone, but what fun is that to leave it alone? So I added this sticker. I should have decoupaged it down, but I didn't want, I like the matte, so we'll see. Who knows how long this will last. And it says, this is the beginning of our story. And her fiance have known each other a few years now. And I'm so happy for her. So I wanted to do this for her. So that's my friend Mary. She does not like taking pictures. She does not like being the center of attention. So when she made that face in one of the pictures I took, I was like, that's got to be the first page, because I couldn't find her engagement announcement. So I did that, and I thought it was really cute. Did a little strip of paper in the back, a couple embellishments. A couple of these dots came with the collection, which was really cute. And then I used a big card on the right side. So that was kind of my thought process, was picture something from the collection, advice card, something from the collection. So that's kind of how I went, and I did clusters of things throughout. So then this is a picture of me and her together. This is a picture of her and her daughter, and I made her take a selfie. She's a teenager. You know how they hate us. I did the date. Didn't come out great, but I don't care. It's fine. And then I wrote a really nice note. I've known her about 25 years now, and I talked a lot about like advice that I might give her, like about compromising in a marriage, which I don't do. So I said, do as I say, not as I do, which I thought was really funny. And then what I did, and I have to add a couple more, is I put some of these pop dot-y things in different colors, just between a couple of the sentences, just to make it a little different. And then this was the advice card. And it was really great because her future mother-in-law was there, her mom was there. And I just know from my own wedding, this was something either I came up with or someone else came up with, and I have it in my basement. I've been married 21 years. I think I was supposed to open it after 10 years. And at the time, I was kind of sad because I think my grandmother had just passed away, and I didn't want to open it at that time. But at some point, I'm going to go down and get it in the time capsule and open up what they said to me. But I love this card. Anyways, so these are the pages. I'll flip through it. I did some pictures. That's her future mother-in-law. That's her mom, and it was great to see her. I've known her mom as long as I've known Mary, so that was really great. And again, I tried to not really follow a big system, but just advice card on one side, maybe a picture on one side, and then something on the other side. I could have, in the book when I did this before, I used an old book. So at that point, because it was an old book, it didn't look so plain. So I didn't have to do something on this side of the page, but I also had a lot of stuff from the wedding collection. So I was like, I might as well use it all. Who cares? So this is advice. It was funny. A lot of the girls had a really good time with that. So anyways, also what I did, and I'm just going to show this to you as we get a little further in, I'll show you something that I did. Some pages, oh no, they're not stuck together yet. So this is like some of her girlfriends, and you know, I don't know their names, so I didn't write them down, but that's okay. I was a former reporter, and that used to be a big deal to get the people's names right in the pictures, so I didn't do that. But I loved some of these papers. This was just because when I ripped out some pages, it didn't look good, so I threw in some washi that I had that's not part of the collection. I tied a little bow and then put another, you know, little thing on it. Another picture. So they're kind of mixed together, which was really fun. This was a journal card that came with it, a 4x6 journal card. I thought if she wanted to, she could always fill this out. I don't know the first day they met or their yes day. I do know, and I hope her best day is her wedding, but I don't know. So, but there he is. She's making that face from the picture before. So I used my new 3x4 printer from, it's a Sprocket, HP Sprocket. That's what it's called, right? I can pull it out. I have this hand. Okay, I'm going to just show this off. Kelly, you love this. I saw you had this years ago, and I found it on Etsy, and I fell in love with it. And it holds all of my cameras, my printable cameras. So inside I have my little Sprocket, which is a 2x3, my Instax, which I love Instax, and then the big one's not in here. Maybe I didn't put it in, but I have a bigger one. So this prints a 2x3, and the bigger one is like big. It's gray. You can get, I think it's 3.5x4, something like that. It's not exactly 3x4, but I love that it prints it with the white border. You don't have to do anything. So that's a good thing. And it works the same as this one. If you have this one or something like it, just use it through your phone. It's awesome. All right. More advice, more pages. It's just, I did a pop dot here. I know I'm a genius. You can just say it. Another pop dot here. You know, I tried to, you know, obviously think of the colors. This is when I realized the book itself was so thick and I didn't have that many pages to really fill in. So I started ripping out the pages. I probably should add a piece of washi here as well. But what was funny was I pulled out a lot of this book. Like this, I mean, it's chunky, but sorry, my dog thinks Amazon is here or something. But I did pull out a lot of the book. But what was nice about this book is it had, it had all these, it was threaded this way. So it was easy to pull out 2 pages at once. So I thought that was great. So anyway, so I did that a lot. And then when I got back to the end, I actually almost ran out of pages, which is really funny. Then I found an extra page that they stuck together. But then what I found too was as I got further along, and you'll see, this is her with her tiara. I thought it was so funny. She was having a blast, even though she does hate attention, which is really funny. She's gorgeous too, like a beautiful girl and wonderful person, but shy as anything. And she's always been that way. As we got down to the last few pages, I realized I had way too many pages and I wasn't sure I wanted to keep pulling them out. So I started, and I should stick this better, adhesing them together, just sticking them together. And then these were actually a little thicker, which was kind of nice because there was a lot of stuff on the page. And I used a doily. This is my first doily use ever. That's so pretty. There's my doily. Like, look, it's right there. Okay. Anyways, so again, I love this car. I wish I had that car when I got married. And you know, I used a lot of, there wasn't like, all the colors are obviously from the same collection, but my thought was throw the advice down, use my tiny attacher, make something kind of different on this page. Nothing was absolutely consistent. It just was the general idea of it, and then put some embellishments. And there was a lot in the collection. I still have a lot of stickers left over, but I didn't want to go too crazy with the stickers. Here you can see I took out a lot of pages here. This is the end. And then I did kind of a little back page, which I thought was really cute. Because I don't have like her wedding picture yet. I couldn't find her engagement photo, which kind of upset me, but that's okay. But I just loved, like, this actually was a 4x6 card. And I fussy cutted it. And I said, you know what? This is enough. That's perfect. You know? And I really enjoyed the bride and groom these images with the bride and groom. So I added a little embellishment there. I think in the original, I just had this, and then I saw this, which I thought was a cute little banner, and then the car, and then it's closed. And so I'll go back through and add a little washi where it needs, but it's chunky dunky. Like, look at how chunky that is. Look at how fantastic that is. I have no idea how she's going to get this in a bookshelf, but I love, it's funny. I just opens this page. I use this really thick ribbon. Do I still have it? It was like the thickest yarn you could ever get. And the book closed like this. And I was like, I think I need a thinner yarn. And I found this. It was something from Felicity Jane, I think. But I just started pulling the colors that I had. I had washi that I thought would work, and it wasn't, and I like doing like even these little strips behind, I thought were kind of fun. I don't usually do something like that, but I've been watching a lot of videos and a lot of Lail by Mail. I love Tracy Reed stuff. And I just was like, and it's funny. They say that, if you're doing Allie Edwards December Daily, or at least following her on Instagram and the stories she's posting, at one point, and Allie's such a great, like, she's not perfect in any way, but she's very professional, like, and when she talks about stuff, and she's such a good speaker. You all know that. And she was on an Instagram live, I think it was, that you can see in her reels. And at one point she goes, stick the stuff down. Just stick the stuff down. And I think she might have used the F-bomb, which was hilarious to me because I never thought she would swear. And so other people have been making signs of that, making memes of that. And that's kind of what I've been trying to do. I was like, this doesn't have to be perfect. What is important? I like all the embellishments, but it's what the people said. And the funny pictures of her. And that she had a picture of her mother-in-law and her mom who's getting up in age. And, that's what these books, that's why I love doing these books. I wish I had done that for my son who graduated high school. I may still do that for him. Or maybe wait till he graduates college. If he graduates college, I'm just kidding. He's doing great. But I really, 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 love, oop, I hit the thing. Sorry. I really, really love taking a journal, taking an old book. I have a few other old books stacked up around here somewhere. And I just love altering it. Like, it's so easy. And my advice is rip out pages. If you're going through your book and you're putting stuff in and you're like, oh my gosh, I need to add 3 or 4 more pages, do some tip-ins. Add a page. I mean, you could easily, I'm just going to show you this. And I know people know how to do this. This is not rocket science. You would take a piece of paper, whatever paper you would want, and you would take washi. I have 400 rolls of washi. You think one is at my fingertips? Nope. So you would just take a piece of washi. Actually, this is a really nice washi. I should have used this. And you could do a tip-in. So you would put washi all the way down here. And then on the other side, you would do the same thing. And you could have another page. I could have also, and I was against this. And I'll tell you why. I got to give this to her in another week or two. And I just wanted to get it done. I was so excited to have all the pieces and the parts. And you could have taken this, done a flip out here, done this to flip out, and done pictures. I actually didn't have a lot of pictures from the day. And even though we've been friends for years, there's not a lot of pictures of us together, which is really kind of sad to me. But again, like, it was the 90s and the 80s. We didn't have iPhones, it wasn't at our fingertips. So, but those are other things you could always make it more and more and more. And I think for me, I wanted to get the stuff down. And I might still add some cute stuff to this. I was at Joann's last night and I saw, bedazzled, like diamonds, they're not diamonds, rhinestone stuff. And I was like, maybe, but then I just didn't buy it. I was like, you know what? Let me use what I have and what I bought for this. And honestly, like, you can look at my sticker sheet. It came with this giant sticker sheet and most of it is gone. So I feel good that I used up a lot of what was here. I used all of so with this set, I'll show you. It came with 4x4 cards, 3x4 cards, and these 4x6 verticals and 4x6 horizontals. And there's another one besides this. I actually only used 1 or 2 of these 2x2s, but that's not what I was going to say. I could have fussy cut this wedding day. This was a little big because my book is probably just over 4 or 5 inches wide. I would have had a cut inside that. I didn't go that crazy. But I left all these other ones, and I think on the back side there's more. So what was great, it came with a sticker book too, which was awesome. And I had double stickers of a lot of things, so I was able to keep embellishing things. And it just was fun. And, you know, she's a very trendy person. And if I had been really wanting to do this really well, I would have picked like classic, clean lines. Like that's how she is. But then I thought, I love this collection. Like I just want, and I loved like this paper. I'm rambling, guys, but I loved doing this. And this is a gift. This was, I mean, I helped out with the shower financially, whatever, but this was my gift to her. And I think that this is something that she'll look back on. I mean, this picture of her, like when she walked in, she was like, she really pulled me aside and she goes, I don't know what to do. I don't want to be the center of attention. And then she didn't get drunk. She didn't drink, but she loosened up and we got a fun, you know, and I think that she has a lot of fun friends now and they pull that fun side out of her. And I love that about her. You know, she's a very smart, you know, successful woman in her career but yet always has had like this reserved, shy side. And she's gorgeous. She's a beautiful girl. No reason to ever be shy or feel bad about herself, but she's very, she gets embarrassed very easily. And even like this picture, it just makes me laugh. But, it was a great day. I didn't know anybody going to the shower. I made friends. I knew the mom. I knew her daughter I met when she was like 3 years old. She didn't remember me. And I just made friends. And I said to everybody, I'm like, we're going to take pictures and you're going to answer these advice cards. And that's how we're going to do it. And that helped me because I didn't know everybody. That helped me talk to people. And I thought it was a really nice thing to do. And I really recommend, even if you don't do a book, like when I did it for my girlfriend's graduation party for her daughter, they were blank lined cards and you can get them on Amazon. The only bad thing was they had a sheen to it. So my cheapo Bic pens did not work with this. This is cardstock that I printed on, so it was easier. But easy idea, easy to implement. You know, you could just leave it next to the gifts or leave it next to where food is and people can do it if they want, or you can be like me and say, who did it? And let's get everybody doing it. You know what I mean? And I think it was really fun. And I think people appreciated one person. This is really kind of funny. So there was a lot of stuff like, don't forget to kiss goodnight, never go to bed angry, you know, those kind of things. And one of her girlfriends said, make sure to get a prenup. And I was like, cause she's older getting married, you know, she's almost 50. And I just was like, wow. Known her for 25 years. I don't think I'd ever suggest that to anybody, especially since I didn't have any money getting married. So I was like, God, if my husband asked for a prenup, I would have been screwed. So anyways, it was just really cute and really funny. And it was very lighthearted. It was a backyard shower. Her girlfriend did a wonderful job. And it was just what she wanted, I think. It was a taco bar, which was really fun. I should have taken a picture of that. So anyways, it was great. That was all. But I love the book. I love doing these. Someday I'll learn how to do it not so chunky. I could have taken more pages out, but also I was using a lot of embellishments, especially those dots. These dots you can't close the book when the dots are in there, but you know, live and learn. And I know she'll love it. And I'm going to give it to her when I see her. We're going out to get manicures and pedicures after her rehearsal. So we'll all be together as bridesmaids and I want to give it to her then. So I think it'll be great. And she'll get a hoot. She'll read them all, and some people were inappropriate, some people weren't, and I think it'll be really touching, and I think she'll get a kick out of it for the years to come. So that's my project. I hope you enjoyed it. One more time, the wedding collection from Eco Park came with a lot of stuff and enough to get the journal done and have leftovers. Now I don't know anybody who's getting married anytime soon, but I thought it was really cute. So I thought it was a good project. I'm thinking of switching out the washi to this. I may do that if I don't rip up the pages. I think that might just be a nice that's a nice color. I didn't know I had that. So, all right. Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe. Share it. I don't know. Do whatever you want to do. I love you guys. It's great that I have so many followers. It's been really fun making these videos. It's making me be more creative, and actually it spurs me to do more projects. So not looking to make $1 million on this, but it makes me want to do more art and more creativity. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you all, and have a great day. Talk to you soon. Hi, everybody. Okay, quick supplemental video. It's going to be very short, but I couldn't leave my journal the way that it was. I knew it needed a little more bling, and I don't usually, well, I guess I do. I don't usually use my hot glue gun, but I have a new hot glue gun that you can charge. So it's cordless and glue gun. I like it. I don't love it. I got to be honest. As soon as it turns on, it drips out of the front, which kind of is annoying, but I like that it can charge with a USB-C like the new iPads have and that Androids have. So it's this charger that actually is really funny. I could charge it right here. I don't know if you can see. So it's a okay, hold on. I'm going to unplug this. It's a USB-C. Can you see that? You know, the flat one? That's the one. This thing, by the way, I went to a conference last week and Workhuman had this, and you plug this into the USB and you can charge all these different 5 devices. So you don't have to have 15 cords. I could charge my iPhone. I could charge my iPad. I could charge, this one charges the sprockets I have. Oh my God, I'm squirreling. This one is for the sprocket. This is for a really old phone. If I had like my BlackBerry, that would work. But it's great because I can throw it in my bag. And actually, I interviewed for a job at Workhuman. It was a women's conference and it was really good. But I digress. Okay, no more squirrels. Okay, so here's the big reveal of the final book. I think the final book. Okay, so this is what I did. I used my glue gun. I was just gonna put trim here. And instead, I know what you're thinking. I'm gonna see if I can get you a little higher up. Okay, I did trim around the top, the side, and the bottom. And I did it on the back too, top, side, and bottom. And I just think it looks really great. And I found when I was looking for trim, in my little trim drawer, I have a little skinny trim drawer. I found this black ribbon. And for some reason, I was like, it needs a little black on it, and I love the black. We're actually wearing black dresses, which is really cool. So I can maybe wear it again or wear it at my funeral, I guess, in 100 years. But what's great about this is it's a bow, okay? I just, you did the fold this, trim them. I'm not really looking at perfection here. But you undo the bow, and then what I did, I came up with this on my own. I'm sure I didn't invent it, but I folded the ribbon in half. I didn't glue it to the back. I'm debating about that. But what's nice is I thought it would look more like an enclosure. I don't know, like a clasp type thing. So that's why I did it this way. And I put it under the I do and above the black there. And I pulled it. And originally I was going to try to go under like this, which is what I did originally with smaller ribbon. And then just kind of tuck it and hope it worked. But then I came up with a better idea because I was like, oh God, I hate tying ribbon. Tying ribbon is the bane of my existence. I'm not good at it. I don't know how to do it. So I did it. I did a very Tracy Reed thing. She did this in one of her recent videos with that fall book that I did. And I just tied a bow. Look at that. Now it's upside down. So I got to pull this. So these are down. But now when Mary opens it, if she'll ever remember how to do it, which is why I was thinking of gluing it. I don't know. I'll think about that. I have a week before I have to give it to her. So I could always glue it at the last minute. That's not a big deal. But then these are just, it looks like a little bow tie. Oh my God, I just totally got it. When you make a bow in a ribbon, it looks like a men's bow tie. Like, I know that you tie a bow and there's bows and there's many different kinds of bows, but I never really thought about it looking like a men's bow tie. Okay, that's when I'm blonde, just so you know. I'm not blonde, I'm dark haired, which is really funny. But anyways, I thought this gave it jazzed it up a little bit. It gave her something to, try to keep it from getting so big. I think I may glue it because I don't want it to fall. I don't want her to lose this, and then this will be flopping around. So I probably will glue from here all the way to here and the same over here, so that all she'll have to do is tie the bow, make it easy for She's not crafty like I am, and I don't think she would have the patience to be like, how do I do it? And I don't want to frustrate her. So I think the easiest thing to do, maybe not, oh, I should only do it to here, right? Because then it's going to be tied. So it'll go to here, and then I'll show her how to loop it. And so this loop, the double loop will come up. All right, there it is. That's my supplemental short 5-minute video. That's not very short, but hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family. And I really enjoy doing these. I'm not lying to you. I'm not looking, I just love sharing some ideas, and ideas that are out there, but I call and I like, and I try new things. And, I'm really liking junk journaling. I'm a little hesitant to rip up things and play. And this was a book that I got to play. And the other book I did for my friend's graduation party, I got to play. So that was fun for me. And I think the more fun you can have, the more freeing you can be. And, you know, this was simple because I took a collection and just matched it to the book. But the other one that I did, I just pulled from my stash and I made it work. I used a lot of Tim Holtz vintage because it was an old book and I loved it. So I'm very excited about this. She's gonna love it. I'm gonna be her favorite bridesmaid. Okay, we already know I am, right? All right, so I don't want to go too long, but thank you. This is a supplement. Enjoy and make one of your own. Put in the comments if you've ever done something like this. I think it's just so easy, and I've seen all these altered books and they rip them apart and put them back together, and I just don't have the patience for any of that. I got to be honest with you. I tried it a couple of years ago, but this is great because like this journal must have been $10, maybe 15, and the collection was probably another $15, and I just spent time when I was with her and, you know, made a memory for her. And it brought me back to my journalism days because I used to interview a lot of people all the time. And I just love that kind of stuff to like really find out, you know, what people think and advice and all that kind of stuff. So I really appreciate it. And I really appreciate her. She's been a good friend of mine for a long time. She's always really been there for me. So I hope she likes it. If she hates it, I'll let you know. But I'm sure she's going to love it. And hopefully I can catch a picture of her loving it and I can add it to the video later. So like, subscribe, do your thing, make your own, share, tell me what you think in the comments. Tell me what you've done in the comments. Any other ideas? I mean, I guess I could have decoupaged this, but I like the matte of it, so I didn't. These probably won't stay on forever. So I got to think about maybe using some Fabrifix to put those on. So that might be something I do. That might be the only thing I do, that and the hot glue to keep it together. So that's it. But I hope you enjoyed it. And thank you for watching. Have a great day.